Mickey Talks.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. It is Mickey Talks, episode 27. Matt, here we are. Still doing it day after day.
Yes, sir. And exciting things coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show brought to you by Barnes Paving. Yes, that's right. Barnes Paving. The great people there at barnespaving.com. Give them a call, 443-243-3710. No job is too big or too small for Barnes Paving. They are MHIC licensed and insured and accredited with the Better Business Bureau. Great people. Give them a call once more at 443-243-3710. And make sure you mention Mickey Talks to get 10% off. Matt, how you doing on this Friday?
I'm doing excellent, man. We got the YouTube channel, which is growing daily.
Yeah.
We would love for you to subsribe because it's brand new. And
we are live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Live on YouTube. I'm sorry. We are live on Facebook. And then we post to everything else.
Yeah, you can find us wherever any podcast is found now. So Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify, all that good stuff.
So you remember Owen, who was on the show the other day?
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, I mean. His birthday's Sunday.
Is that right?
So we were driving around today again, and I just have to tell you something. Went up to the Redners in Joppatown.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. You always hear people complain about people nowadays. We had to deal with like 4 people in there, 5 people. It was probably the best customer experience I've had in 10 years. They just, from the kid that greeted us to the other people behind the counter, to the manager, to the lady that rang us up, back to it was just,
they're hiring those Chick-fil-A kids over there or something.
It was unbelievable.
Huh?
And speaking of Chick-fil-A, you know, across the street here, I go a lot.
Yeah.
And their floor manager, I don't know if he's the man. I don't know how it works in Chick-fil-A. The guy that walks around and talks to everybody. You know what I'm talking about?
The
on
general.
The floor. His name over there on the East Point Avenue by East Point Mall, his name is Kenny. And Chick-fil-A, if you're listening, you have an amazing guy and crew. You really do. It's incredible.
Redmer's is the same way. You know what? I've never been in that place, but I've had their chicken before. The chicken is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it all goes. I'm just happy to be, to be in it.
We're going to be somewhere that has excellent food next week. So we hope you guys will come see us on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're going to be at Natalie's Seafood Kitchen. I'm really, really excited about it, actually. I am
too, man. We're going to be outside in the beautiful Tiki Bar, right?
Yeah, we're going to be outside set up, weather permitting. Just bringing you what that place is like, doing our show, having a blast, and really enjoying ourselves, Matt, as this show takes off.
Well, look, we had some time to actually chill out before the show today, just because I think most of our ducks are in a row at this point.
Incredible. We walked in today. Yeah. We figured out how to finally go live on Facebook, live on, what's it called? YouTube. Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
So we're really happy. So anyway, let's get into the show here. What's today's date, Matt? What's it?
Today's the 25th.
25th, April 25th,
sir.
2025. And joining us in the studio, very good friend of mine, a very funny comedian, a guy I like being with, Mr. Thezz Grimes. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're awesome. You've been hearing. I mean, this thing's blowing up, Thezz.
Yeah.
We're kind of a big deal around this general northern Hartford County area.
Of course.
You know how we do it. So how you been, bud?
I can't complain. Just eating tacos, drinking tequila, doing comedy.
That's what a life, man.
Yeah.
What a life that is. Drinking tacos, eating tequila,
drinking
doing comedy.
tacos, snorting tequila.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, Matt, Thezz and I have been doing comedy together. How long has it? You've been 20 years now, close to it? 15?
15 in April.
Yeah. What was that group of guys you started with?
Color Me Funny.
Color Me Funny.
About a year in the comedy, we all met. And I was like, no, I'm just like two or 3 years in. They were all just starting out.
Yeah.
It was myself, Matt Mahaffey, Joe Greenway, Mike Turpin, Justin Hancock, and Brandon Lescure.
I remember you guys well, man. And
Same.
They brought me out here one time to do comedy. We all became friends.
You did our 100th show. I remember
did.
That was we always had free shows. We had a room at Sean Boland's. We had upstairs there, and we had what was it called then? Oyster House? Was it Oyster House then?
Yeah.
And we had that. So they would like want to be on Tuesday, then following week would be Wednesday at
Right.
Oyster House. And you did. We were our 100th show, you headlined that for us, and it was the only show we ever charged. It was $5 to get in, and so we could pay him. And then at the end of the thing, he's like, "Nah." We're like, "What does he mean?" No, he's like, "He's not taking our money." He's
Wow.
like, yeah, he was. We were like, well, "So what do we do with it?" He's like, "Keep it. I don't give a fuck."
Yeah, that's a true story. Yeah, you know why though? I thought they were cool. Like I thought what they were doing was cool, trying to make a comedy scene, and I was like, I can help. Yeah, screw it.
But
Keep
today
going,
though, we do have a Venmo account.
yeah, today I could use that 500. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I could use the 500. So anybody wants to Venmo us, it's pinned right in the comment section. Please go ahead and feel free to do that, and we would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, we got it on the screen for some people too.
Yeah.
Or
In
some of our
fact, I'm going to
platforms.
check it on my phone, Matt, because on the laptop here we all look good, but you know how it goes. So let me check. Thezz, I wanted to ask you, how many of those guys do you still see? Do you see any of those guys?
I talk to everyone yearly, except Justin's the only one I haven't seen or talked to in a while. But the rest of the guys, I've randomly just ran into Turpin driving down the street. He was walking his dog. Randomly saw him. Mahaffey gets married in June, so I'll be at his wedding. Joe would probably talk to the most, of like either text or see him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Brandon's still doing like directing and video stuff.
Good, man. You guys were all cool, man.
Yeah, it was weird having 6 guys like do comedy. That's probably the weirdest. Even now, I'm thinking about like got 6 comedians together, and you
were all different. It was cool.
Very
Yeah. No, I think that's what I dug about it.
I mean, that's how we got the name Color Me Funny. Like we got it, ripped it off from Color Me Bad. Remember that R&B group?
Yeah.
So we just ripped it off of that.
It was 5 white guys, 1 black guy. That makes sense.
But it was like, it was, but they're all different. One was a redhead, one was a brunette.
Yeah. No, you guys were all unique. It was it was like the Benetton of comedy.
Yeah.
It was funny, man. But that's cool, man. You guys were cool. I enjoyed it, and I'm glad we stayed friends.
Yeah, those are fun times, man.
I was trying to tell Matt about last week at the Das Beer Hall, that woman. So it was Thezz on stage.
See, is this the same story that you told
with Huber?
About the larger woman?
Well, what happened was this.
Yeah.
Do you know the 2 other guys, the black guys that you were sitting in the back with?
Dave Jones was there.
David Jones. And who was the guy in the middle? He's
Kwame? It was Tone Mac. Tone Mac was there. Tone Mac.
Okay. It's those 3 are sitting next to each other. I should let Thezz tell the story because he's the piece of crap that did it.
Well,
so what happened was this woman, I had messed with her earlier.
Yeah.
Right. It was just funny. I messed with it was all fine. Right. Well, then she stood up and I'm sitting next to Thezz. Then the 3 black guys are next to me. So this woman stands up and all 3 black guys went like, wow. Like she had a butt. Right. And she walked out. Well, then Thezz gets called up while she's away. When she comes back, Thezz said to her, it was really funny, actually. You said, I want you to know when you stood up, all 3 black guys almost passed out, right? It was a funny line. Everybody laughed.
Right.
So even the girl. So she walks back to the table, and then her friend.
She took umbrage to me saying that her friend had a fat ass.
Right.
And I didn't know. I was like, maybe she's not from here. Maybe she doesn't understand my culture. So I tried to explain to her that fat is a good thing and where I'm from, and she just didn't want to hear it.
She doubles down. Well, it's not easy to talk about a girl's, huh?
It's PHAT, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then she doubles down.
I even spelled it. I spelled it for her.
She doubles down and she's like, this is terrible. Like, why would you?
And then that's when Mickey exploded.
So I was like, I literally go, shut up.
Yeah.
Because it like ruined the whole night.
And then she tried to flip it on him. Like,
she tried to
you're angry. No, you're the angry one.
I said to her, I go, I'm not angry.
Well,
I'm not angry,
that's
lady.
like, it's hobbies for people to get outraged now. I'm
of course.
outraged at your comment.
It's ridiculous.
How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you, Thezz?
I'm always amazed when you just call them out.
Yeah.
Like, you're the one being a dick.
Right.
Everybody was having fun till you, lady.
I've never had anyone like be angry about me telling he had a fat butt before. That was the first. Well, it wasn't even that girl like was mad. And then the black guy was there by himself. He just black guy there with his white friends there, and it was like, I was like, Javon, were you offended?
It wasn't even the girl that was offended. It was her friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I had a
by
question.
proxy.
I'm sorry, Matt. I just have a technical question for the chat room. Are we like buffering really bad? I don't know if we are or not.
In which chat room?
The Facebook. We may be. I just want to address it if we are.
On your page?
What's that? I don't think we are online. I just think we are in my studio here.
No, I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we are. Anyway,
Yep.
So Thezz, any big shows coming up? What do you got going on?
May 3rd, I'm in Elizabethtown, and May 10th, the week after that, I'm in Bully Rock and Havre de Grace.
Bully Rock?
Yeah,
At the
Bully
golf
Rock.
course?
Yeah, at the little they have like a
Community center?
community center right there. Yeah,
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah. Me and Kevin is putting it on. Kevin Robinson's putting it on.
Nice, man. That should be a fun show. And Matt, I'm going to be at Lunacy this Tuesday.
Nice.
That's a good show.
That's
a good
fun,
lineup.
man. There's a lot of great comics on that
Down by
show.
the water, right?
What's that?
Down
Yep,
by
right on the
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
It's going to be a good time. You can get tickets. Just call Lunacy and get them. Matt, let's. I want to get a lot of things done today.
Yeah.
So you got your music minute?
I do.
All right, let's get into it. This is Matt's Music Minute. We are looking for a sponsor for Matt's Music Minute. I think we're only going to charge $1,000 a day, is what we were thinking here.
I like
We're
it.
kidding.
Yeah.
You can pretty much name your own price. We're willing to work with anybody, and we're really looking forward to somebody writing a check.
It's up for negotiation.
Yes, Matt's Music Minute. What we got, Matt?
Well, Willie Nelson getting ready to celebrate his album release. And if you guys had to guess, what album number would this be for Willie? If you guys had to guess, how many albums has Willie Nelson put out in his
43.
career? You say 43. What do you think, Thezz?
How old is he?
He's 91.
60.
60, and you said
43.
43. He's actually putting out his 154th studio album.
What?
Yeah. This is also Willie's 77th solo album. It's a tribute to his longtime friend and fellow musician Rodney Crowell. Every song of the album was written by him, and 91 years old and still kicking out albums. What is that? Twice a year or something?
I always, I don't think enough people realize how well respected Willie Nelson is as a songwriter.
Yeah.
I mean, like amongst songwriters.
Sure.
I mean, that guy wrote Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, say no more, dude.
On the road again?
On the road again. I mean, Willie's the man.
He's got some legendary stuff, man.
Dude, he outsmoked everyone he ever sat with.
Right.
Yeah.
No one ever said, I outsmoke. Snoop said, you ever hear Snoop's story?
Yeah.
That's
No,
incredible.
What did Snoop say?
Basically, like, he goes, I smoked and smoked. And what he say? He goes, I woke back up and Willie was still smoking.
That's great.
I love Snoop.
So, he put out that many albums, but that ain't nothing. Here's the artists who have released the most albums during their career.
All right.
The Greek singer, Nana Muscuri, she has released the most albums, known for her multilingual recordings in 15 languages. She's estimated to have released around 450 albums during her career. Nana Muscuri, she's a Greek singer.
A Greek singer?
That's right.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Followed by Murs Bao, a Japanese noise and experimental musician, 418 albums. Who do you think?
But you gotta. I'm sorry.
What is that?
Experimental voice sounds, and you just start yelling.
Is he beatboxing?
Yeah,
I
I
haven't heard it. It's just
like what if one of the songs literally was like,
I'm sure it's very electronic based.
It's just weird to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Thezz? You can't put something like that out and call it art. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna put an album out.
Let's do it.
It's gonna be 10 songs of just different noises I can make.
Mickey noise.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go to Japan.
What's that?
You're gonna have to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Who do you think the number 3 artist is, though? With the most albums. Yeah, if you had to guess.
If I had to guess.
You like them. I'll tell you for sure you're a fan.
Not Tupac.
It is not Tupac.
I like them?
For sure you do.
I'm trying to think who could have
Classic.
Is that
He's the king. He is
Elvis.
the king. It is Elvis.
Yeah. Okay.
313 albums from Elvis, followed by Buckethead, who has released over 200 albums, the guitar player. And Johnny Cash and Frank Zappa up there. Johnny Cash with 167 and Frank Zappa with 119 albums. Isn't that
that's
unbelievable?
pretty cool. Yeah.
I had no idea that those guys have released that many records.
That's a lot.
Posthumously for a lot of them.
It's unbelievable.
For Elvis, Yeah.
That's really cool, actually.
This story coming from the Circle Pit of a Cannibal Corpse show. There's a couple who got married in the middle of a Circle Pit at a Cannibal Corpse show. Metal-loving couple. It happened Tuesday night, April 22nd in Pittsburgh. The pair said their I do's while the death metal legends performed the song Unleashing the Bloodthirsty. The bride, Erica, and groom Chris can be seen in video footage exchanging vows as fans are circling around them. Meanwhile, Cannibal Corpse are shredding away on stage. Erica even shared her joy on Facebook, writing, "Well, we did it. Last night during the @Cannibal Corpse official show in Pittsburgh, we said our I do's in the mosh pit. A huge thank you to everyone knowingly and unknowingly helping to make this happen. There is no community more united than the metal community. The amount of support and love was amazing."
That's incredible.
Yeah, probably the only chick at the Cannibal Corpse show.
Yeah,
right?
the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys, back up. There's a lady present.
And dang it, she's married now,
She's
man.
getting married.
Oh, man.
Can't wait for them to renew their vows in 30 years in
Yeah.
the same way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I wonder. Like,
Where were you the first time you heard Bloodthirsty Corpse?
Matt, are
from
you
Cannibal
like? I know
Corpse?
you've been a music,
Yeah.
but are you a metal guy?
Well, I mean, metal is such a blanket
All right.
term now.
Are you
right?
into Cannibal Corpse and
No,
Slayer and
not really the death metal stuff?
Yeah.
It's funny. I hosted.
Do you like
I
thrash?
hosted thrash metal. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about like Metallica
They're not a
and
band.
Megadeth,
See, but I
and
wouldn't call
Anthrax.
Metallica thrash.
Oh,
I
they were
guess.
the beginning of thrash
Really?
metal. Oh, yeah.
See,
they're
I don't
the
know
Big
it enough.
Four. Yeah. They're part of the.
You like
San
Anthrax,
Francisco metal
Pantera,
scene.
all that.
Oh yeah,
I like
yeah.
Pantera,
I do too. They're one
Yeah.
of my favorite bands.
but like the stuff that's just like for 2 hours. I don't, what are you doing?
yeah, there's
man?
got to be a little bit of melody in there for me.
Yeah,
you know?
I need a break every now and then.
Yeah.
I need to catch my breath, look around, see if any black people showed up yet. You know what I mean? That's all I'm looking for
Right.
There are a few.
at a metal show.
I know
Yeah.
a few, yeah.
There's
Have
no
you ever
question.
been, Thezz?
When my buddy played in the band, that was it. I was like way in the back though.
Yeah, is that the craziest thing you've ever seen?
Close.
Do black people have anything where you guys all get together and just beat the crap out of each other for 2 hours and then love it?
No.
Yeah, it's weird.
Isn't that a Damon Wayans joke? Remember?
I don't know.
Damon Wayans talked about he went to one of those metal shows and saw the mosh pit. He's like, "Oh, I can get into this," and he just grabbing balls and elbowing people. He said that had a guy bent over. He's like, "Yeah, and that guy's a great dancer."
I know. Did you ever get in some bad pits?
When I was young, I would jump in there, but
You would?
I had no business being in there.
Dude, I was so
and
small.
Now I would never do it.
Never.
I mean, I want to. If I go to a show, if I've got the motivation to get up and go to a show these days, I want to see the show. I want to watch it.
I was always spoiled rotten
Yeah.
because I could stand on the side of the stage. I
Right.
could do that. So it's like, I ain't getting in there. I'll never forget one night at Hammerjacks. And I forget who it was. It was like it was like two local, I think Mystic Force actually was one of them. But then there was like a bigger metal band.
Yep.
Fate's Warning or something like
Right.
that.
Sounds
And
right.
When that mosh pit broke out, I was standing there watching. And next thing you know, dude, I'm fighting for my life just to move 6 feet out of the way.
Right.
And when I got up top and I went to the side of the stage and looked down, dude, it looks just like war.
Yeah, that's not a fun night for me.
No, I don't
I don't
get
want to
that.
do that. What do you? I mean, like that's the people that love to get in fist fights at bars. I
Yeah,
guess,
I've
you know?
never, I hate those.
Yeah.
You know, I remember one time I tried to get out of a fight, right? And this guy's like in my face. He's like, "What are you going to do? What are you going to do?" I swear to God. I went, "I don't know, man. I don't know. You want a hug? Can I kiss you?" Like, I don't want to fight. And he actually started laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got me out of it a little bit. But yeah, I just offered to kiss him and it
Right.
ended the fight.
All right, that is Matt's Music Minute.
Thank you, Matt. I saw something today that reminded me. I don't know if it was today, but I saw it today. It was about when John Bonham died, right? I don't know if today's the end. I just saw it today. And it made me think, who do you think in 50 years from now will be remembered more, John Bonham or Neil Peart?
Wow,
As the guy from this generation's.
I mean, I would still guess. I've got crazy respect for both of those guys.
Yeah.
So it's almost blasphemous to say.
I know
one of them is not going to be
But that's
remembered
the
as
argument.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would think that it would still be John Bonham.
See, I do too.
Yeah.
I just because there's feel in what Bonham does.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a
they've got a
machine, Neil
much
Peart.
wider base even than Rush. I would think. Right?
What's that?
More popular, probably sold more records than Rush.
Yeah, I mean, they had female fans. Like it was, you know what I mean?
right.
Led Zeppelin had female fans. You ever go to a Rush concert?
Well, it's like going to a Cannibal Corpse
Like
concert, but it's different people. It's
Right. Yeah, it's much nicer
it's
people.
a lot of musicians.
Yeah. Doctors, lawyers.
Lawyers.
Yeah, geeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Right.
But I've not a lot of women.
I don't think there's a mosh pit at Rush.
At a Rush show?
Yeah,
No, not a mosh pit.
Right.
No, they just sit around, figure out the
math.
how far you can go with pi.
What the
how
time signature is.
Yeah, exactly. What time signature they're playing in.
Yeah.
How far can we take this equation down musically?
Right.
It's just any music where math is involved. I go, wow, that's putting it on another level.
It
Are
goes
you
over-
into
it goes
Rush
over
at
my
all,
head.
Thezz?
No.
So
What's the major song that they had?
Tom Sawyer, Monday Warrior, me, pride. The one that goes da 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 da.
That's probably their biggest song.
You've heard it.
Probably.
Come on, Thezz, you're not that black.
No,
To
I'm not.
know
No,
Rush.
I'm more for like 90s rock.
You
but
are, yeah, but you Rush. Come on,
maybe
that would be like you asking me.
What year were you
if
born?
I ever heard
82.
Thezz.
82.
Yeah.
He might have missed it.
No way.
Right? He was 90. He was a
It wasn't-
90s kid.
It wasn't much 80s rock I was listening to. Not a lot. I mean, unless it was on MTV and it was,
I just don't know
Yeah.
how you miss Rush.
If you're a 90s kid, you didn't listen to Rush.
Like I never listened to hip hop, really, right?
Yeah.
But I know them all. Like
we grew up on that because we were 80s kids.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were
so if you ask me about like 90s, I know any band 90s. Like
They-
80s though, it wasn't really.
gotcha. So you didn't like Motley Crue and that stuff.
Like
and-
I know who they were, but I wouldn't listen to it unless it was like only time I ever listened to rock if it was like a wrestling theme song. If
Right.
somebody told me after that, that's the only. And they're like,
You hear
Ozzy
the band?
Osbourne. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I know that one. Yeah,
yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah. I guess asking a black guy who's younger if they know Rush for sure, that might be an unfair question.
You ever see those YouTube videos where it'll be like two black guys and then they'll be like they hear whatever song for the first time. It's usually like
Oh.
a metal tune.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like a
Dude.
Reacts video.
I love watching. I saw one for Hot for Teacher.
Uh-huh.
This young black guy, right? And he's like in the beginning, the drums,
Yeah.
and then when the guitar kicked in, the face he just went. And then he was like, "Is that the guitar?
Yeah.
Oh my God!" And then he was like, "I can't believe this."
Yeah.
I think they're musicians. Actually, they don't let on that they are.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of those guys that do that are actually they understand.
So they appreciate it.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
understand what they're listening to.
Right.
That's like sometimes like I'll be scrolling through, the death scroll, and all of a sudden I'll come across like some funk bass player. And I'm just like, I wouldn't listen to that for 1,000 years on the regular. But when you hear it and you know what
It's
it's up,
unbelievable. Yeah.
it's like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Sure.
And there's this big move now for jazz. I don't know. Young kids are getting into jazz.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude.
What do you mean by young kids? Like what generation? is this?
20s, like college kids. Like you see these, like they're awesome. It's like a band setup. All the players are sick as hell, and they're just sitting in a room and they're all playing.
Is it
And
traditional jazz or is
it's-
it like a new genre of
It's like it's hard to explain,
Yeah.
man. It's just dudes ripping, man.
It's got
And
a jazz vibe to it.
Yeah, but it's got everything's an odd time. Everything's
Yeah.
just the sickest players,
and they're just jamming
and they're
guess, huh?
young, man. They're in
Yeah.
their 20s. And there's this dude. I gotta bring him, get some video of him on the show. He's a really good looking guy. He's probably between 25 and 30, white dude, drummer, but he wears a suit and he plays all big band swing, Buddy Rich stuff. It's awesome.
Love it. Yeah,
it's
love
so cool, man. Oh, one thing, Thezz. So I wanted to talk to you about this. So I saw Thezz didn't even know it this year. My son wrestled at Bel Air, and you're really involved in the wrestling world.
Yeah, I coached for 12 years, but I've still come back and help out every now
You
and then.
wrestled though in school,
Yeah,
right?
in high school, yeah.
You were good too.
I was all right. And then when I started coaching, my first year, I don't know why they brought me back. I don't know how I lasted 12 years. The first year I coached, I had one kid on my team.
What happened? They just
These kids, I mean, a lot of kids that come in where I was coaching.
Thezz, you're not allowed to punch them.
No,
Like, is
well,
that what happened?
We're just practicing. I just
Injuries?
that, and they're new to it, and some of the kids just didn't.
Yeah, some
like
of them
it,
kids
so
don't like it.
It's not like when I started coaching there, it's like at first day they had never seen, they knew nothing about it, so I had to explain. It's like if you get a basketball team and you have to
I
explain
see.
them dribbling, layups, all
The
that.
first year I
kind of stuff.
coached my son in soccer, I was like, because I forgot when we were 9, 10, and I was a kid. Like you are, the basics. We weren't being taught
Yeah.
the basics at that age. So when I started this team, I'm like, all right, guys, we're gonna run, back and forth. We're gonna run 2-touch, and they're looking at me like, what's?
They had no idea what
They
you're
didn't know
talking
what a
about.
1-touch
Yeah,
was, and I'm
yeah.
like, so I just got thrown into a situation I shouldn't
How
have
old,
been in.
how old were they then?
like 9, 8,
Yeah.
9.
I did high school, so
Yeah.
once you get in high school, you're already behind 8 ball.
Yeah.
These kids been wrestling
Right.
since they came out the womb.
Yeah.
So
So
Yeah.
did that cross over for you? Did you do any other types of grappling like BJJ or?
no, they hit people in the face.
Yeah.
Wrestling
with
is
Thezz.
very, very, very controlled. I know it looks
Yeah.
it's great, but wrestling is very controlled.
No, you'd
There's-
probably be great though. If you've got a wrestling background, you'd have an advantage.
Did I ever tell you that I wrestled in school?
No,
I wasn't that good. I was like 0-7.
I wrestled too. I wasn't that good.
I used to give up after I had an orgasm. Every time.
You win.
You got me, buddy.
There's a move called checking oil. It's
I know it checking the hole
Yeah.
up the butt.
It's you
Yeah.
just take your thumb and you can spin them around that way. You control. I
You
never
can
taught
control
that.
them by the
Is that
I never-
legal?
anus.
It is legal. I've never taught that to my kids. but
Is
I
it
was like,
really legal?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Like if you reach around, you can just control them that way. But I
Wow.
never taught that then.
I never
My
wanted to
kids.
win that bad.
Yeah, me either. I forget what comedian said that joke about the having an orgasm. You know, I used to give up after I had an orgasm. But that's one of the funniest things I ever heard in my life. Did you like wrestling?
I enjoyed it. It was the best disciplined sport ever.
Yeah.
And I started kind of late. So I started my junior year, but I ran track
Yeah.
all 4 years. So as soon as I got into wrestling, as soon as wrestling was over, it was like 2 weeks and then track.
Yeah.
I felt like I could do anything. I remember going to first track practice, usually first, and it's like tiring. I remember I was just buzzing through everything. I ran 100 and 200. I took like 0.7 off my time. Like
No
every
kidding.
year, every year. So I was down to like
And your
close.
body fat count was probably
Oh,
nothing.
My neck was fucking huge. Yeah.
Really?
I was in the best shape of my life during
Yeah,
that period.
yeah.
It was great. Yeah.
I mean, up until I probably was 22, I was shredded, you know, and then I found out about beer and hanging out at Hammer Jacks and playing music.
Right.
Yeah.
It all caught up to you, you know, and I
Sure.
didn't really drink a lot, but I was so small, man. My freshman year of high school, I was 112.
Right. I wrestled 105. I think I told you that
yeah.
before.
Yeah, that would have been the same
I was
size.
130.
130.
Yeah. I didn't get over 140 pounds, so I was like 30 something.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, in your 20s, after your wrestling career is
Yeah,
over,
Yeah.
I mean, you're not carrying. That's
Right.
one of our drills, man. We were
Yeah.
carrying guys up 3 flights of steps.
Yeah.
And then they would carry us down.
Yeah.
You would switch.
Craziness.
So in my high school, it was 3 flights of stairs. That would
Yeah.
be there. That would be what we did first. Was you ran all the way up to 3 flights of stairs, all the way down the hall, down 3 flights of stairs, and you came through
Only
the
way.
hallway,
The only, yeah.
and you did that like till I said stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only way I'm doing that is if when I get to the top of the steps, somebody's got a cheesesteak and a U.
Oh, I mean, they would always try to,
Yeah.
try to cheat and like walk
Right.
fast, but then I'd be right around the corner and then they'd see me like, fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
We just had some more time.
Right.
Like, you dumb motherfucker.
Now, did you grow up in Havre de Grace?
Yeah. Yep. Born and raised.
All right. I don't know this, and I'm just going to ask because is there a large population of black people in Havre de Grace?
No, but I'm related to most of them, so
Is that right? I mean,
probably
okay. So what you were kind of not a lot of black people.
nah.
And what was Havre de Grace like for a kid?
Fun as shit.
Was it?
Because there wasn't that many. There's a lot of developments in places now, like
Right.
And so the places where we used to play at, there are now houses and
Yeah.
buildings and shit like that. But it was fun as shit. Wasn't a lot of shit to do. We just made stuff to do.
Yeah, of course, like any neighborhood.
We
Yeah.
had neighborhood football going up against other neighborhoods. It was a good time.
It's very built up now, but it's still to be cool when
Very.
it wasn't growing up around the water like that too, right?
I didn't get in there because
Because you're
I
black.
have a rule about water. I don't like being in stuff that's darker than me.
Yeah.
So I watch from afar.
So you
Like,
only
that's
date
cool.
white girls? Is that what you're saying?
If they're from Havertz, because I don't know. You might be related to me, so I couldn't.
Are you the only comedian in your family?
Yeah,
For
But-
real? The only one that did it?
yeah. But
Tons
there's-
of hilarious people, right?
Yeah.
Like
I'm
every family. Yeah.
I have 2 older cousins they've always been like the ones. Like even my aunts and uncle, they would get on them. They're like teenagers, but
Yeah.
they would roast them. All it'd be
So that's
hilarious.
how I grew up. My uncles were hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad was really funny, and they're ball busters,
Yeah.
all of them. I liked growing up like that. Did you like it?
Yeah, my grandfather was hilarious, but he was a pastor, so he wasn't like his jokes were really clean, but they were like he would make fun of you. He told this one lady, he's like, I see you got HIB. She was like, I ain't got no HIB. He's like, yes, you do. He's looking at her and said, that hair I bought.
Hair I bought.
That's hilarious.
HIV.
Yeah, my
He was a
grandfather's-
preacher.
yeah.
Now, did he have his own church?
Yeah.
Really?
In Elkton, yeah.
So-
So he's like, so a lot of, whenever I run into people from Elkton, they know exactly where the church was. Like, I didn't know that also being a kid.
Yeah.
The church was in the hood. Elkton does have a hood. Like there's this street that's kind of
Yeah, sketchy.
Yeah. I didn't know as a kid that was a hood.
Right.
But it was just seemed like a regular neighborhood.
Yeah.
But then I grew up and I was like, wow, that was pretty crazy stuff that went on over there.
And your grandfather ran that church. Your father.
My grandfather.
Grandfather.
Yeah,
sorry.
but he was well respected. So it was like no one ever.
Nobody messed with the
Never.
preacher man. Yeah, heck
no,
yeah.
He was so well respected. He helped the neighborhood out like all the time. So people
Yeah.
very well respected.
That's awesome, man. Matt, let me ask you. Were you Catholic growing up?
Yeah.
What church did you go to?
St. Thomas More.
Don't tell me. Let me think for a minute. Northern Parkway?
Yeah, McLean Boulevard.
McLean and Northern, yeah.
Yeah.
No, well.
Yep.
Played them in soccer a lot. Are they still open?
No, and actually, the
All
church,
of them are closing,
the church
dude.
survived the school, and then the church literally just closed down when all those churches just
Yeah, St.
merged.
Francis last year,
Yeah.
St. Elizabeth's in I think it was St. Elizabeth's in Hollandtown, which was
I was sad to see. I haven't been there in years, but I was
it's
sad to see it
unbelievably
close
sad.
down.
All them Catholic
Yeah.
churches, you know.
They merged, you said? A lot of
Yeah.
them?
Yeah, a lot
yeah.
of the parishes just said, you know, what happened was when everybody moved out of the city, you had all these Catholic churches left, and you just didn't have the Catholics that were moving into
Yeah, it was a complicated decision, I think, for them.
for who Catholics.
There were other things happening,
Oh yeah,
other
well,
reasons, I think.
Yeah, I don't know how great the PR's been the last 20
Yeah,
years,
yeah,
but you know, you can only bang so many kids before somebody goes, all right, maybe you guys should close. I'm just saying.
Right.
You hear me?
Any other organization to be at people out there with like torches,
Oh my God.
calling for the hanging
Are you
of
kidding me?
people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy
Yeah.
when you think about. Yeah, forget it. Move on, because I could talk about that.
You raised Catholic too?
Yeah.
We should move on.
I mean, listen, I'm not afraid to talk about it because
Have you ever been to a black church? Like just to go for service?
Thezz, I got a bit that is so like it's a comedy, but I can't believe you've never seen it. The difference between a priest
Yeah.
and a preacher
Yeah.
giving the same story.
Yeah. But I mean, you got to depend. It depends. Like some black churches are very,
No,
Chill.
bro. I went to Zion Baptist Church, Hartford, and
I think
Parkside.
I think I would have liked church had I gone to black church.
Dude, let me
know?
tell you something.
Yeah.
The Reverend
Yeah.
was sweating before he said a word.
Right. Right.
Came out just dabbing himself. Everybody was dressed to the nines. The band was insane.
Yeah.
By the time 12 minutes into church, everybody's dancing, singing, arms in the air. I'm in the back going, this is the greatest thing I've ever been to.
Put your hands together.
Oh
now.
my God. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you don't understand the preacher, the best part, he'll repeat it 8 times.
Right.
He'll say, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
I said, can you hear me? Now, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? And it's just like, I hear you. I heard you the first 6 times.
And then
And
you're
I'm
all-
so happy.
We get you all pumped up though,
Yeah,
right?
it gets unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's where one thing I learned in the black community, you know how like if you fall as a kid, right? Your grandmother grab it, put mercurochrome on it or something, whatever it's called, right? Remember that stuff? Remember that? What was that red stuff called?
Is it the iodine thing?
Yeah, but there was
iodine.
mercurochrome. I'm not making that up. I think it
Okay,
was like
I believe you.
iodine. That was like a brand name maybe or whatever. You'd rub that shit on it. Black people, no way. You fall down, get up, rub Jesus on it. Come on. The grandmother just rub you. I noticed that. Black grandmoms used to just rub my leg. You'd be all right. Rub some Jesus
Just
on it.
pick you up and just start
Yeah.
swaying you and
Yeah.
kissing you.
You
You're all
go-
right, baby.
You okay, baby. Grandmama got you. Don't worry about nothing. Stay away from your Uncle Billy. He
Rub
crazy.
some Jesus on it.
Rub some Jesus on it.
Right.
100% true, man.
That's funny.
Am I making that up, Thezz?
My grandmother, she was like that. Yeah.
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 Pray on it.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved Black Church. I did. Listen, everything I enjoy in life, anybody that knows me, most of it's black stuff, music,
Yeah.
comedy, church. I just dig it. I
That's
don't
where
know.
white people get all their culture, dude.
What's
right?
that?
It starts with black people, and then white people adopt it.
Yeah, then we
all the
screw
cool
it up.
stuff,
Yeah.
we screw it up.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
We do a half-ass version of it,
Yeah.
and black people have already moved on to something else.
Right.
Yeah, there are some things, though, that white people did not get from black people, and black people are very thankful, like country line dancing.
No,
What
we
the-
do have that.
No, you
yes,
don't.
we do. You got to check out Boots on the Ground.
What?
Boots on the Ground.
Black people are now country line
They've
dancing?
been listen. Oh man, they got fans. It's They blacked it up, but it's still line dancing. Yeah, I have cousins in the South. I remember.
Whoa, you said they blacked it up. You mean they made it cool? Is that what you're saying?
They'll throw the wobble in every now
they
and then.
blacked it up. What's that mean? Now you can watch it.
There's Boots on the Ground. You got to check. They got a dance for a song called Boots on the Ground. It was on the radio. I was like, what the fuck? Why do they have country music on there? I was like, oh, it's black guys. That's why. All right. And then,
but they country line. The actual black people were dancing like that, all together in a line.
Cowboy hats.
My cousins in Louisiana, when I was like 90s, early 90s,
yeah.
when I met them, they were all wearing cowboy boots.
See, now,
wow.
I understand the black cowboy. Yeah. Like, I get it. That's a culture. You grow up in the South, or you grow up on a ranch.
Well, that's how cowboys were. They were black.
Yeah, I get it.
That's
I
where
do.
They got the boy from.
But the music is very white, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to imagine a black dude getting into Travis Tritt. You know what I mean? As much as it's weird for me to imagine, like, me getting into, like, who's the dude that just did the Super Bowl? Kendrick?
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar.
I respect the hell out of him.
Yeah.
But that ain't for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, dude, come on, country line dancing?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's crazy. I had no idea.
Hey, by the way, I just found out Social Drinking, Corey G's band, they're going to be at Falston Barrel House tonight.
Okay.
I wanted to mention that during your music minute. But if you forget, listen, bands, send us all your info, where you're playing and when. We're going to add it into the show. In case you don't know what we're doing here, we're going to build a network for people that's local again, that lets you know what's going on, introducing people. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing, Matt. It's what radio used to do.
Creating a little community.
Yeah, it's what radio used to do.
Yeah.
And I get that they can't do it now. Nobody cares anymore. You know what I mean? Like in the radio world. They got to sell
in the
sports.
Music radio world for sure.
Well, because they got to do sports now.
Yeah.
You know, and if you got those big teams like the Orioles and Ravens and all, you can't be doing this goofy shit like we do.
Yeah.
We just want to have fun. We know we're never going to be an official Orioles podcast, right?
True.
I love the Orioles.
Yeah.
But I do want to say something. I think the Oriole bird might be one of the cockiest mascots in professional sports.
You think?
He's got a little arrogance about him. I mean, he's real happy. He does all that stuff. But, like, you get around him, he can be a dick. Like, he's always got to go through the door first, that kind of stuff. Like, he just thinks he's a little too big for himself sometimes.
He'll get up on the dugout and dance with people.
Yeah, no,
right?
he's a great mascot.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think maybe that bird head went to his head.
Maybe. You know
what happened to me last year? Here's what happened.
What happened?
So I went to a game, and the bird was there, right? And I'm walking down the thing, and he jumped in front of me, goofing around. And I'm not a hater, so I was like goofing around. I seen kids laughing, so like, and then he grabbed me, like pretending, right? And I'm playing along, and then I kind of give him like, all right, dude, I ain't getting paid. All right, my hot dog's getting cold. And he kind of did it again. And I was like, okay. And then the third time, I literally went like this. I was like, I'm going to walk away, dickhead. And just walk away. Like, everything was fine. But I'm saying, maybe he knew me. Like, I say that and I could be arrogant as hell.
You know what's funny? No, what's funny about that is, you remember Poe, of course, from the Ravens.
Greatest.
I don't know how many appearances with that guy, with that bird.
Yeah.
With probably 100. I don't know what it was over the years. And he would always say hi to me. But I had never once seen that guy's face or knew who he was.
Yeah,
or
I know
anything,
him.
Man.
Yeah, he was a cool dude.
I would love to interview a mascot. I think that would be fascinating.
Dude, I've interviewed him, Poe.
Let's bring one of those guys in here.
Good luck. I don't know if they would let him. Because I don't think we have enough credibility yet. And that's a huge brand logo to bring on. You know what I mean?
Well,
I promise I would be respectful.
Of course.
I mean, all I can do is promise.
Yeah.
I mean, you got me here, so.
Thezz is a mascot. He's the Havre de Grace comedian mascot.
Right.
Are there any other Havre de Grace comedians?
Yes, thank God, because I was tired of doing this.
Yeah.
Traveling. So they're putting on shows now. I'm like, yes, there's so many, like Bam Jacobs.
And he's a Havre de Grace guy?
Yeah.
I love Bam. He's funny as hell.
Very funny. Ryan Lina.
Oh, they're all Havre de Grace guys?
Yeah.
I love Ryan, too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I love Havre de Grace. I do. I like it up there.
Yeah, my in-laws are up there. So it's a beautiful little town.
They don't have a hotel on the water, do they, up there?
No. It's like on 40.
Well, yeah, but it's not like on the
no.
That
I've been
waterfront
there for fireworks.
I've been there for fireworks.
Yeah.
Our 4th of July is always that's the best time to be in Havre de Grace. Yeah. Like it's kind of a boring town if you don't drink heavily, but it's 4th of July is so fun.
Getting out of there after the fireworks on 4th of July is a nightmare, though.
That's my favorite because I sit on my porch
Yeah.
and I watch you guys try to leave.
Right.
It's hilarious.
I want to tell you guys the funniest thing that I ever experienced, and I was
Yeah.
waiting for the right moment to bring this up on the show. I want to know if you guys think this is absolutely hilarious as I do. Now, I know somebody, and they we were talking, and they said to me one time, they said, I'm trying to lose weight. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, and I've wasted so much money over the years, like buying diets, nutrition plans, whatever. She goes, I even hired a girl one time that was going to she wrote all my meal plans out. I paid like almost $400 and I fired her right after I paid her. She goes, I had to fire her right after I paid her. And I said, why? Now, I just want you to imagine you're me. And you're sitting on a couch. It's about 1:30 in the morning. You might have partaken in a vape, so you're feeling good. And you say, why did you fire your personal trainer and nutritionist right after you paid them? And dead serious and a total sincere answer, she went, she tried to get me to start. Now, I'm just asking you, is that not that's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's crazy.
Like, why did you guys break up? He tried to date me.
Right.
Like, what? Literally, I'm not making that story up.
Yeah.
Not one word of it.
Yep.
Why'd you fire her? She kept trying to get me to start. And then it brings me to my next question. Are men that way? Like, logically? Does it make sense to, you understand how ridiculous that statement is, right?
You're asking, if a man would do that same
Yeah,
thing? You're
would a
saying?
man logically be in his head go, well, I had to fire him. He tried to make me start.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it. I guess maybe because she was so convinced that her reasoning made perfect sense that I thought, no way, no other human could think like that.
Yeah, that asteroid's going to be along any minute now, man.
Does you date anybody?
No, I need to get married though.
Do you want to get married?
Yeah, none of these hoes are going to propose. I don't know.
Oh, maybe because you call them hoes.
They know who they are.
Do you I don't think. Have I ever met you with a girlfriend?
Yeah, there's been.
You've had a couple. I'm so
I've
long,
had
dude.
some women around.
Yeah?
Yeah. I would call at least one of them a girlfriend.
Yeah, how long?
It was like 2 years on and off. Remember?
Is
back
that the
in
fried chicken girl? The bit?
Oh,
It's a
no,
different
no.
girl. I'm not gonna make you do the bit on the show.
That's someone you definitely need to marry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one you need to marry, bro. Hey, I just saw. I don't know if he's still on, but Dennis Shockett was watching the show. I want
Wrote
to
our
say
theme
hi.
song.
Who wrote our theme song and who is like one of the greatest human beings I know. So thank you, Dennis Shockett, for watching. This show, Matt, is really, I believe it. It's going to work. People are starting to figure out what we're doing, that it's just like a radio talk show every day around the area.
Let's say hi to Andrea. I know she's always watching. Say hi to her.
Drea,
Yeah.
that's my girl,
Yeah.
dude. She runs the McFam. You know what the McFam is? The McFam is a Facebook group, right? But it started when I was doing the air at 1370 for a month.
Oh,
Right?
right. Yeah.
They all came in, and she was one, and she's the greatest person.
Yeah.
So I love her,
Yeah.
dude. She's awesome. She's a great photographer. I love her anyway. But yeah, she's the best, dude.
She's local Happy Grace. Yeah.
Yeah, is she
Come to our
Havre de Grace
show.
girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. Yeah, she's awesome. Matt, we got to do a show. Where do we do a show in Havre de Grace? State Theater?
State Theater. Yeah.
Think they'd let us do one?
I'm pretty sure Jared would be cool with that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Yeah. They just had the city council meeting. So
Oh, then they'll definitely have me. I'm going to give a speech. Definitely. On why you shouldn't fire your help when they try to get you to do what you pay them to do. It's unbelievable.
That's a good platform to run on.
One of the
Yeah.
greatest lines I've ever heard in my life. Why'd you fire her? She kept trying to get me to start. Have you ever dated a girl where you literally thought at one time, man, she might be special needs?
yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
Have you ever, Matt?
No, I mean, they probably thought that about me. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
people have thought about me, but not for a long time. But there was a girl that I don't even say dated, kind of hung out with,
Yeah.
and I was like, Yep. I think she might be on the spectrum, but it was before the spectrum was a thing.
Yeah.
The spectrum was the place where the 76ers played when I was a kid, right? Somebody said they were on the spectrum. I was like, I thought it was a roof.
Thought you
And
had to buy a
Dr. J
ticket.
was underneath, right? I didn't know what was going on. But no, that whole, you see RFK's trying to figure out autism. Did you see that? He said by August, I know. He said by August he should know what causes autism. What a statement.
Wasn't he talking about what do you call it?
Vaccines?
Vaccines
It's
causing it or
all, he
something?
thinks it has a lot to do with a lot of things. And he said
Yeah.
by August he will have the answer.
I hope
crazy.
he does. That'd be amazing.
If vaccines caused autism, wouldn't we all be autistic?
Yeah, that's,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
You had to go to public school. You had to get vaccinated.
yeah, I don't know, dude.
I hope I have autism because he said there's going to be money involved. Give me all the aughts.
I mean, we had Owen on the show a while back. One of the most amazing human beings I've
He
ever
really
met.
is. And his birthday's coming up.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he just actually turned 16.
Okay.
He did turn 16. He's got a big party on Sunday.
Oh, the party's on Sunday.
Well,
I
the
see.
party's
Yeah.
on Sunday,
Okay.
and he's a very, very organized kid about his party.
Well, happy birthday, Owen.
Yeah, happy birthday, Owen. Yeah, he'll enjoy his party Sunday. All right, let's get into it. It is time for the big news outlet here on the show. A little bit we call That's the Facts. Matt, brought to us by Barnes Paving. We are looking for other sponsors. Please contact the show via Facebook or at Gmail at Mickey Talks Pod, right?
Yes, sir.
Mickey Talks Pod at Gmail if you would like to be a sponsor. We are talking to people. It is going wonderfully. So thank you. 443-243-3710, barnespaving.com. That's BARNES. No job too big, too small. It is now time for That's the Facts. Matt, what do we got, buddy?
So, the Pope's funeral is going to be tomorrow. They're
Yes.
going to be streaming it live on YouTube.
Yep.
Unfortunately for us, it's going to be at like 3:30 in the morning. So
Well, I think fortunately
you have to
for
watch,
us.
you
know
have
what
to
I mean?
watch the replay if you want
Yeah.
to see it.
I do actually. I'm interested in the Pope's. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like all the historical kind of reverence. I mean, I think it's all bullshit, basically, but it is neat to see, 1,300 years of a tradition
Yeah.
laid out. I mean, literally think about that. 1,300 years. This is what they do. It's pretty impressive.
And there's some crazy stories from over the years, too.
Dude.
We'll have to get into that one day.
Oh, I know like a lot about Vatican history.
yeah.
I've read a lot about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently, Pope Francis merch is the hot thing right now. So you can get a number of things on sites like eBay, but it will likely cost you $1. Some merch that's selling for thousands of dollars, actually. Some of the stuff includes Pope Francis trading cards, autographed items, holy oil said to be blessed by the pontiff, socks with the pontiff's likeness, rosaries linked to the Pope, bobbleheads, a skull cap blessed by the Pope, and a bust of the Holy Father, if you want to collect
Really?
them all. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fez, if you could take anything from the Pope, what would it be?
Anal beads.
Those are prayer beads, Thezz. They're
Oh.
prayer beads.
They're prayer
Yeah,
beads.
where did they come out?
You sick son of a bitch. That is hilarious, buddy. Oh my God. What else we got, bud?
So there's a woodpecker that's been on a car damaging rampage in a Massachusetts town. Residents of a Massachusetts town are looking for help in dealing with an angry woodpecker that's been pecking at their cars and causing a significant amount of damage. The crazy woodpecker has been pecking away at car mirrors and trim all over the coastal town of Rockport. Wildlife experts believe it is likely mistaking its reflection for a rival woodpecker, causing it to get aggressive. And about 25 vehicles have so far been vandalized. Town officials say they are working on some solutions to the problem, but for now, the woodpecker continues to be a problem for the town. Do you have any solutions for angry woodpeckers?
You just got to shoot it.
Yeah, like
Right? I
nothing
mean,
a BB gun wouldn't solve, right?
It's got to be hard to shoot a woodpecker, though. They move don't they move real fast? No,
That's a hummingbird.
They
that's a
sit-
hummingbird.
They sit still and peck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just need some pussy.
Yeah.
It probably is mating season.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably what's going on.
That's probably,
Probably
it
what it
He
is.
sees
Yeah.
the reflection thing.
You know what happened? I bet his girl woodpecker, right? She left it with a dude in another car. He doesn't understand cars, so every time he sees something that looks like it, he's just going back to get that
He's
woman.
got PTSD.
Yeah, he's got
Poor
PTSD.
woodpecker, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Texas lawmakers are serious right now about changing the name of the New York strip steak. A hearing was actually held this week on legislation that seeks to change the name from New York strip steak to Texas strip steak.
Listen,
Yeah.
I've had enough with people.
We are bored.
You think?
We're bored
You're
as a
going to
country.
change the name of a piece of meat?
Well, hear him out. Hear him
All right,
out.
I'll hear him out.
You know, State
Yeah.
Senator Kevin Sparks says that
Fuck
Texas
him. Go ahead.
is tops in the nation when it comes to beef production, which they are.
Right.
With more than 4 million heads of cattle. The bill encourages restaurants and grocery stores to adopt the Texas strip steak name and calls on the agricultural department to adjust their marketing materials to highlight the change. Do you know the story behind the New York strip steak? Like how it
I
got
just
its name?
know what it is, and it's fine. It's been called that for 100 years.
Right.
What is the story
Behind
behind it? Why is it called a New York strip?
So let me see here. Contrary to popular belief, the New York strip steak did not originate in the Big Apple. In the early 1900s, it was called the strip loin steak in most parts of the U.S.
Yeah, the loin
However-
is not a good word for food.
No,
Give some of that
no.
loin over there. That's what we need. Some of that. I want some loin steak.
However, New York's vibrant culinary scene
Get
and
some of
its
that loin. I can't stop it now. I'm going to do it for 10 minutes. Oh, you ever had loin soup? Loin just grab you. Grab you by the loin.
Your grandmother made delicious loin.
Unbelievable. This loin steak.
Yeah, New York's vibrant culinary scene and its reputation for fine
Once you
dining.
get vibrant loins, you can't control it. I'm going to do it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll try my best. My autism's kicking right now. I can't stop.
I'm sorry, man. You
Or
you
my
chime,
Tourette's, whatever
chime
it
in
is.
when you want.
Yeah.
The steak's exceptional flavor and tenderness quickly gained popularity in New York, and one restaurant, the legendary Delmonico's restaurant in Manhattan, simply put it on their menu and called it New York strip steak. And
Good
people
for
kinda
them.
took
And
it
it
from there.
stuck.
It did.
And now some dickhead 100 years later wants to change it from Texas. They should have thought of it. Don't they have enough stuff, Texas?
Doesn't New York have enough stuff though?
Yeah, but New York, I like New York. Everybody hates New York. I hate the teams. I hate the Yankees.
What do you think
I
about
hate 'em.
Texas though, man?
I like Texas. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
But here's my problem. Like, they don't have all the meat. I mean, they act like
They got a lot of the meat though.
They got a lot.
They
I
got
get it.
quite a
But
lot.
we got farmers in Maryland.
That's true.
We got better horses.
You
Not
think it should be the
really, but you know what
Maryland
I mean.
strip steak?
Maryland
What's
does have some good horses.
Maryland's got some incredible
Like,
horses,
Yeah.
especially in the
expensive.
thoroughbred world, man.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no doubt. I'm just saying, like, I think we're getting to a point where we just got to accept some stuff. That's the way it went while the country was being made, and we're going to stick with it.
If you're a guy in Texas who's out there and your livelihood is wrangling up all these cows,
And getting
You
all
be-
that loin meat.
getting all that loin meat and shipping it out, packing the
Ain't
loin,
nothing better than just putting a bunch of loin in the bag.
cutting the loin,
Cutting the loin.
packing the loin,
You make love to the loin if it's the right cut.
sending out the loin in the mail to the New York's big
Just
city.
one big loin franchise.
Can you ride a horse? You ever try to ride a horse?
So you don't know the story about me? My grandfather was a trainer and a breeder.
Okay.
And when I was 6 years old, they yanked me out of the city, a city boy. We moved to a farm. 4 days later, my grandfather threw me on an untouched colt that had never had a bag of seed on it. And I told me to hold on.
Wow.
And I'm holding on to the mane
Yeah.
in the field. And that horse took off. I went flying. My mother came running out, almost killed my grandfather. My grandfather said, all right, don't go back. Soon as my grandmother went inside, he put me right back on the horse. And it took about
No saddle?
nothing.
Jeez.
Nope. And I fell about 3 times. Now, I must say the truth. My grandfather was kind of a smart guy. We did it in the manure pit,
Wow.
which is about 1.5 foot
Good
of
times.
straw. Like when you clean out
horse
the
poop.
barn,
Yeah.
the straw and it was just that and poop. So like when the horse ran, I fell in that. So it was soft. But, you know, I went in the house, smelled like, but you don't
Wow.
care when you're 6. Smell like horse poop. You think it's cool, right? You go in there, they hose you down.
I
But
just
yeah,
found
so-
out about you recently that you grew up on a farm.
I didn't I was there for 2.5 years. That was
Yeah.
it.
So
Then
did you have
back to the-
did you have chores? Did you like milk stuff?
Well, I love doing everything. Like, no,
Yeah.
we didn't
You
have
ever milk a
cows.
horse?
Huh?
You didn't-
Yeah. And that was
Yeah,
my
but-
mistake.
You ever milk a
You ever milk a-
sirloin?
Yeah, milk a loin. But no, I mean, I love the horses.
yeah. I got kicked out of horseback riding camp when I was 5.
Really? How do you get kicked out of horseback riding camp?
I was an angry child.
I think that like when I can't stop thinking about that Texas senator now. I
Yeah.
just think that's like a hello, my name is moment.
Yeah.
It's like the Gulf of Mexico. Like, really, it's now the Gulf of America. Like, I just don't care.
No.
Like, it would have been funnier if he changed it to Gulf of America, but spelled it GOLF. Like, that would have been funnier than Gulf of America.
Well, look, can't the two exist in peace? Can't we have New York strip steaks and Texas strip steaks?
Yes,
Can we have that?
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on, and you know what else we can have?
Yeah.
A Baltimore strip steak. You
All
can
right.
only get it on the block.
Ugh, I don't know about that.
You can only get it on the block.
I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't want it either. Yeah. The worst cut of meat to ever was. Baltimore strip steak.
So there's a mom.
Comes with a bullet hole in it.
That's how you get all the flavor.
Comes with stretch marks.
Look at that's marble. No, it's not.
Yeah, listen, now here's what the Baltimore strip steak is. It comes with stretch marks and 2 smaller steaks. You got to support the 2 other steaks while you eat that one. And then halfway through the meal, a bigger steak comes to your table and beats the crap out of you for having fun with that strip steak. Yeah, the Baltimore strip steak's terrible.
And
Don't order it.
you're not sure that those 2 strip steaks belong to that big
Yeah,
strip
you're
steak
not
either,
even sure
right?
they're theirs.
Yeah.
And you're pretty sure they were created by 4 other steaks.
Oh,
Oh my God.
there is a there's a mom that's been arrested for allegedly giving elementary school kids Jello shots at a school party.
Yeah, every year there's some crazy wild mother that
Yeah.
does something wild. Like, I'm not going to lie. My brother's soccer team went up to New Jersey, played for the national championship. They were like freshmen in college.
Yeah.
So you had kids on the team that were like 19, 20, 21, right? We had my brother had it was one of the greatest house parties of all time. My mother stood at the door, and this is in 1988 or 9 probably, right around there, took every kid's keys
Yeah.
in this huge thing.
Yeah.
And they all had to check with her before they left. And like, you knew they were drinking. But how old were these kids?
These kids were in grade school. So Teresa Isabel Bernal, a 33-year-old mother, she was arrested after allegedly bringing vodka-laced Jello shots to her child's 5th grade party at Jones Elementary in Tyler, Texas. Bernal claims she purchased the Jello from a home-based sweet shop and was unaware that they contained alcohol. She reportedly realized the presence of alcohol only after the children had consumed some. The Jello shots in red, blue, and green colors are served in small cups, some topped with whipped cream and strawberries. Several students experienced stomach aches and headaches. One boy vomited twice, and another reportedly passed out after consuming 6 servings.
The one that passed out,
Yeah.
he's a pussy.
I
The one that
don't
threw
know,
up twice, that's the rally.
I
That
think
kid-
the kids. I think the kids hardcore. I would have passed out after 3.
I would have passed out smelling them.
The one that threw up twice, though, that's the kid. That's the rallier. When you throw him, he's going to come back for more. He probably came back for more Jello after you vomited twice.
Hell yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
want to hang with that kid.
How did she not know they had alcohol in them? She bought them from a sweets shop, though.
I have
you know?
no idea. I can't stop thinking about that Baltimore strip steak. That's a new comedy bit for me. I guarantee it.
We're gonna have to get us a Baltimore strip steak.
Yeah, we're going to have to
out
get
here.
one. All right. We'll get Cal from Fantasies on here and see
Yep.
what that's like.
Jello
All right.
shots was the first thing I ever drank, though.
What is Jello?
That was the first thing. I didn't drink till I was 22.
Yeah, I didn't either. My 21st birthday, I got drunk.
I had my 21st. I had a shot. I told the bartender I'd always go to. I was like, my 22nd. Sorry, it's like give me whatever, and he gave me a shot of Grand Marnier. I was like, give me something else.
You didn't like it?
No,
Have you ever drank it since?
Grand Marnier, Hennessy. I don't drink.
I was going to
really
say
dark.
that's the white person's Hennessy.
Nah,
Yeah, I love
Good.
Grand Marnier. I do.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
still not.
I
Old
used to have a
enough.
bottle down. What's that place in Fells Point that used to
One-Eyed Mike's, I had a
One-Eyed
bottle there.
Mike's, yeah.
I had a bottle there.
biggest distributor of
Grand Marnier in the United States.
country?
Yeah.
yeah.
They actually went to the Grand Marnier Chateau in France. The owners were invited. They
Really?
stayed at their chateau.
Wow.
It's an amazing story. Yeah. Those were great guys.
So, Mick, yesterday we were talking about, it somehow came up, we were talking about what could possibly be underneath the earth.
Yeah, like what's
Right?
down there?
Yeah. And I said, I don't know if it was a conspiracy theory or actual science behind there being an actual ocean
Under the earth.
under the earth. So,
Were you right?
Yeah. So there's an underground ocean found beneath Earth's crust. It was discovered by scientists. They confirmed the presence of a hidden underground ocean deep below the Earth's crust. This reservoir contains more water than all of our surface oceans put together. 3 times as much water, to be exact. And they say that this finding could help explain where Earth's seas came from.
Here's a question.
yeah.
Is it all salt water?
No, listen to this. Listen to how the water is stored underwater. The water is hidden inside a blue rock called ringwoodite. It lies over 400 miles underground in the mantle, the layer of hot rock between Earth's surface and its core. Ringwoodite acts like a sponge, and due to its crystalline structure, they say it makes it attract hydrogen and it traps water. So all this water is trapped in a kind of blue rock called ringwoodite. And the huge size of the reservoir throws new light, they say, on the origin of Earth's water. Some geologists think the water arrived in comets as they struck the planet, but this new discovery supports an alternative idea that the oceans gradually oozed out of the interior of the Earth. And much to our point, we talked about this a long time ago. Where did all the water go after Noah's flood or whatever flood story you believe in from around the world?
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, it could be sucked up by this ringwoodite is what they're called.
Ringwoodite.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Robert Kennedy Jr. has in his brain?
I think so.
Ringwoodite? Yeah, that's what it is.
3 of 'em.
Yeah, 3 of them. Yeah. That's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Did you ever know that? That's like
crazy. I just now flat earthers have more
facts.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They just got more
It's
ammunition.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's 3 times more than all the oceans combined.
It's crazy. Yeah. Then all the
How do you find that out?
ocean water that's on our surface. I think they must have found there are diamonds that are formed down there. They've got different rocks.
They found a
and things that they
10-mile diamond. It's 10 miles big.
Well, that's on Mercury. That's not on Earth. That was on Mercury.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, there's got to be stuff down there that we're just like, what?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's life living in that water.
I don't know, man. They're also constantly finding all these underground places where humans once lived, like thousands and thousands of
Really?
20, 30,000 year old caves and
stuff.
underground.
You know my
caverns.
theory, right? That humans destroyed the planet before all the way to nothing.
Yeah.
And we rebuilt and came back. I believe we did some crazy stuff in our past. I think we've been here for 1 million years on the earth, walking around doing stuff.
Or people came here from other places.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like we might be the Pulaski Highway of the solar system.
I'm sure.
At one time, we were like a hot spot, right? And then what happened was that solar system next door, they found a cool planet.
Yeah.
And they just said, we're going to stop going by the Milky Way. We're going to go over here now. Like, we're probably the Pulaski Highway
They
of the
ran
Milky
out of
Way.
that Earth line.
What's that? Yeah.
They ran out of-
Where did they find out we got Earth line? They'll be back in droves. And where they find out how much water rock we got.
So Thailand has unveiled an AI-powered police cyborg for street patrol duty. The Royal Thai Police have deployed a humanoid police robot during a festival. As the Straits Times reports, the unsettling robot, dubbed AI Police Cyborg 1.0, even though it's technically more of an android than a cyborg, they survey the streets during the country's Songkran Festival using 360-degree cameras. And according to the report, the cyborg is equipped with facial recognition technology and can notify officers of high-risk individuals and weapons.
Really?
Yeah, but difficult to judge how effective the Thai police force's latest recruit actually is. Machine learning assisted video surveillance has been around for years, but how about doing more human stuff like walking? Is a lot of people are asking that question.
Yeah.
Images shared by the Royal Thai Police on Facebook show it standing stiff on a raised metal platform with wheels, suggesting it may not be able to walk on its own accord. There have also been multiple disastrous rollouts of robots in law enforcement. For instance, police across the U.S. have deployed security robots developed by California-based security company Nightscope. And you know what happened with these guys? They're collecting dust at this point, but they've run over a toddler, as well as being thwarted by mall fountains and narrow sidewalks.
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea of, automated law enforcement is good, because I think it does take the execution either way out of it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you can't shoot a robot.
Well,
and there's no reason for the robot to ever shoot a person because you can't kill a robot. You can break it, but you can't kill it.
Can this thing run? It can't run, right?
Yeah, I think it has problems maneuvering at this point.
Yeah.
You know, it's not extremely.
I commit so many crimes around that robot.
Yeah, I would be nonstop across the street.
Just teasing the robot.
Yeah.
Right?
I
Taunting
think there's going to be, like, in the next 20 years, I think everything changes so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're going to, I just do. I think things are going to be insane. We can't even imagine it. The future.
Well, it's robot operated convenience stores have opened.
You're on a blank screen, Matt. I just want you to know, buddy.
Thank you.
Yep.
Butterfingers again. Robot Retail is here. The company VenHub has operated 2 robot operated convenience stores in California, operating like cashless vending machines. Customers can order items on the VenHub app, and a robot arm will retrieve the items and dispense them to the customer through a drawer. So that's happening. And then you've got a Chinese hair salon being taken over by AI shampooing. So, these
how you like it, China?
These machines
taking over everything.
Yeah. These machines will wash your hair and detect the scalp and choose the right shampoo and method based on hair type. It sounds futuristic and nice, but the reviews are mixed so far. One person said the scalp massage was too painful, while another mentioned that the machine didn't clean the back of their head properly. So I think they're still working out all the bugs on these.
We're doing so much to go away from human interaction.
Yeah, well, it seems like it's all headed that way now, you know?
I mean, I don't like people, but still.
Yeah.
But you like people, Thezz. You just like me. You just hate, like, assholes, stupid people.
Yeah, I don't like stupid people. Assholes, I don't mind. I'm one of them. But
Yeah. I mean, I'm an asshole. Like, we're all assholes, I think. But, like, when somebody's ignorant, and just an asshole, that's when it's different. It really is. It sucks.
I feel like we need that. I think that's what we're missing. That's why we have. I don't like going to the self-serve anything. I don't like any of that.
Thank you.
You don't like
me
self-serve?
neither. I hate. When I have to
I
do
like
the
it because
register
you don't
work,
have to pay for everything.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's what I'm like. That's you want me to steal.
Yeah, you want me to steal.
but they don't. There's somebody monitoring you on a camera in most of those places, and they've got security that'll come right.
Well, I
up
know
to you.
for a fact that they're horrible at their job.
Yeah.
I know I'm not kidding you.
I feel like you should steal one thing.
You know what I was going to do?
Your employee discount.
Do you know what I was really going to do?
What?
Me and a friend have them film me from afar. Just go up, ring up my stuff, and just steal stuff, right? No, hear me out. Videotape it. The next day, go back in and say to the store manager, listen, I did this wide open. I'm trying to help you, dude. Like, here's what I didn't pay for. I'm going to pay for it now, but I thought you would want to know that your system sucks. Look how easily.
Well, they have people that do that, I think, for the company. But what's going to happen if you get caught when you're doing that?
Well, I think if you have
prank.
I think if you
prank video.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think if you kind of documented what you were doing first, like outside, you're being interviewed. You're like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Here's the plan. Like, I think you have a legit argument.
Don't they have secret shoppers that will go in there and try to steal stuff?
Shoppers, like, in the restaurant business, they have them. They come in and they sit at the bar.
Yeah.
And they make sure the bartender's ringing up every
Really?
drink. Oh, yeah. Making sure the servers are putting in every drink. Because you can just walk at a restaurant. The waitress a lot of times can walk up to the bartender and go, I need 2 red wines.
Yeah.
Why do you know she put it on a check? Now, most places do it now. The bartender has to have it rung up.
Yeah.
But if you're at the bar, you say to the bartender, hey, give me another beer. He pops the beer. He goes to the next guy. He might have honestly just forgot. But these secret shoppers sit there and they write notes and they'll say, the bartender at 9:15 gave guy in red shirt a beer, never rang it up.
Now,
things like that.
I knew the alcohol. What's it called? What's the board?
The liquor board.
The liquor board will come out and do that and
they
see if
won't
they'll
do
serve
that.
underage people.
They'll just come out to see if you'll serve them. They won't tell you your bartender sucks.
Right.
And they'll tell you that sucks if she serves or he serves.
They'll shut
a
you
minor.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what they really do is
that the cadet thing, right?
Yeah, they write you up. They don't shut you down. They shut you down if you have multiple infractions or so cavalier that you don't even care.
Yeah.
But like nowadays, like, have you ever seen fake IDs nowadays?
No.
They're unbelievable.
Really?
Dude, in my day, I mean, they look like you had like a hex card. Remember hex?
I
Right? And you stuck a picture on it and you magic marker. And I was
Right.
born, 19, whatever.
I imagine you have to now because there's holograms inside your driver's license.
It's insane.
I mean, how do they do it? Where do
Dude,
you?
how do they do it? Are you kidding me? They invented a car that drives itself. You don't think they figured out how to make a fake ID? You know what I mean?
It's probably big business.
It's
yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
And it's all in that, what's that called? The black market or whatever.
Yeah.
You can get guys all day long and the crypto stuff. Like, that's how they pay for all that crap. It's wild. Crypto's like cash, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody monitors it.
Right.
You can spend it, buy it, whatever.
That's what we need. We need crypto here, man.
We're gonna do a crypto coin. And I'm telling everybody, I don't care if you get busted on it. I'm trying to make some money. I hope it works, but it might not. Like, I'm not going to lie to any investor. This show, you want to invest in it? Whatever we tell you we're going to give you, we will. But you might not get a return. I don't want to promise anybody anything.
Keep
I
yourself
believe
out of
in
jail.
it.
Yeah. Keep yourself out of jail, right?
Well, I'm tired of telling people, oh, it's going to work. Trust me. Because I believed it.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to tell the truth. What do I get for my money? A lot of intent. Because I intend to make you money, but that's all I got right now is intent. And I hope you stick with me because I'm going to keep doing this. And I hope, can I say to somebody, in 3 months, we're going to be huge? No.
We are seeing incremental growth, though.
We are, and I'm proud of it, and I'm happy. But I am not saying, I guarantee you. I guarantee it. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't guarantee. Here's what I guarantee. I'm going to show up every day. I'm going to be as funny as I can. And if enough people see it, it will work. I guarantee that. But as far as you getting a return on your dollar, I don't know what that means. I hope somebody gets a driveway from Barnes Paving.
Yeah.
It would make my life if they called me and say, hey, we got our first person.
Yeah.
So
I would
even
love
if
that too. Barnes Paving.
Yeah. And if you got a sidewalk chunk that's cracked, just call them at least so they know that we're trying our hardest for them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they do anything, right? Any kind of paving or asphalt. Right?
See, somebody said to me one time before I started this, they're like, are you going to take advertising dollars? So you're not, then you're limited about what you can talk about. I said, I'm telling every advertiser, this is how I do it.
Yeah.
I'm never going to shit on your product ever. I would never do that, but I won't take your money if I don't agree with you or think it's good product or whatever. And B, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell people this is what we do. I think they're a good paving company. I would use them. I really would.
Barnes Paving. We got all their info in the description.
No job too big or too small.
It's true.
What, we got anything else, Matt?
That is the facts, Matt.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Thezz, this Tuesday, I'm going to, let me ask you what I should do. I'm thinking about just hosting because it's 6 comics. And I think I might just host and let Tommy close and me kind of talk about all the comics.
I've never seen you host.
Yeah, I want to
That's
do
a
that.
fucking great idea.
I think I'll do some time up front.
Yeah, yeah.
So people know I'm doing comedy or whatever.
And that'll help people get there on time. You'll be like, I'm hosting, so I'm not
Yeah.
the last one. I'm
Right.
first. So
Yeah. I think I'm going to host it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do this Tuesday night. It's unbelievable.
Were you
shit.
ever a host coming up?
Yeah, when I first
okay.
started, I was 17. I was 16 when I started, 17 when I first got my first, I was hired at Tracy's Comedy Club at the Bowman.
And a host is its own thing too, right?
The MC.
I mean, how much material do you need to host?
In those days, you had to have a good 10 minutes up front, and you had to have a good 3 minutes in the middle.
Yeah.
Because in those days, they didn't want you to walk right back up because people would go to the bathroom. Some would get up and get a drink. So the host in those days, ironically, when stand-up started really happening in the mid 60s, when it really took off, the host was the best comic. That was the best comic hosted it.
Because they were there all night, I guess.
All night, and they would go up and down and up and down. They do a minute here, 3 minutes there. They might do a 12-minute bit in between two guys. But the host was the man. And
like how Def Jam.
Def Jam, Martin was, all those guys were the masters.
Yeah.
Right? And I like that. I like that a lot. I think I'm going to do that Tuesday.
It seems like it would be hard to get some momentum just going back up and coming off.
You know what I like about it?
Yeah.
Is that it gives me 2 minutes, 3 minutes to go up in between, do some streaming.
That's why it's hard hosts. You have to be able to keep that
energy
engaged,
rolling.
Yeah,
Especially when the guy that just got off eats
Eat
it.
the dick.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure. That's a
Dude,
lot of
it's
pressure.
unreal.
I like it. And I have to get the room back. Good.
I got to
All
say,
right,
my
cool.
weekend at Church of Satire, I haven't talked about this yet, but I attempted to do 4 hours of of stream of conscious.
Yeah.
And the 4th show, I've never seen an audience like it. It was so all 3 of us just kind of, it was like crickets. And it was like the first 3 shows were incredible. All 3 comics crushed. So I know it's like we were good comics. It was just a weird dynamic. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that hour and it's going to be an audio of my set. And there's a camera that just sits on the audience. I think the whole video is going to be my voiceover just with them staring. So the audience
kind of like a Dice. What was the Dice album?
The Day Laughter Died.
Day Laughter Died. Yeah.
But I think the idea is that you can hear what I'm saying, and then if you hear it, you go, I would laugh at that. But then you see this audience just, it's like they were looking at somebody laying in state. Like like somebody was dead.
Right.
It was weird. I got a couple laughs now and then.
Now for somebody
I got so dark, dude.
Yeah.
I let my mind go. It was awesome. I talked about weird stuff.
Wow. So are you going to release this then?
So I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I did do it, and I was really happy. It was a weird thing to do for yourself, like to try to do that.
Yeah.
But I the first 2, Friday night was awesome. The Saturday night early show was great. I felt really good. And then that Saturday late show was just so bizarre.
You know, for people that are new to doing that, or just being in front of people that they're not usually in front of people, that's soul crushing for people.
So what didn't crush my soul?
So it's not like
just
that
made
for
me
you
hate
anymore.
those people.
Yeah, yeah.
Not hate them.
Yeah.
Just like, come on, man, why'd you come?
Yeah.
You know, all 3.
Right. That's a good point.
Yeah, weird. Hey, listen. This weekend, you got anything going on, Matt? What are you doing? Anything?
Yeah, I'll be at the radio station over the weekend.
Nice. Which one?
Yeah. DC 101.
When are you on?
Saturday, 5 to 10.
Matt will be on DC 101 Saturday, 5 to 10. I'm going to be running around town trying to find balloons and shit. Got a birthday party Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Owen's birthday party.
Yep. And him and all his friends from school, and he's got a huge family. They're all coming too.
That's cool. Is he performing?
He might do, Owen. He's definitely going to give a speech.
Yeah.
So I got to bring the PA.
Love it.
Yeah, it's wild. I'm looking forward to that.
Tell him happy birthday.
Anything? What do you got, buddy?
I don't have any. I plug my friend shit. There's stand-up comedy at Aberdeen Grill, hosted by James Finn. Dom Selesky's the headliner.
When is that?
Saturday.
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, awesome.
At 7:30 at Aberdeen Grill. Dom Selesky's the headliner, hosted by James Finn.
You said a benefit.
Yes, and have you guys? There's a benefit for the Lingenfelter family at Vintage Cafe. May 1st, from I think till they open till they close. It's to benefit the Lingenfelter family. It's had a tragedy in their family in Havre Grace.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Good luck to them.
Go ahead and check that out. Pat's Pizzeria they had a benefit, and Havre Grace State had a benefit. They raised like $2,800, but Pat's gave them $1,200 more or $4,000 more to that.
Pat's that's an amazing company and family, by the way.
Awesome owner there. Also, you can check out.
Does Staffy own that one?
No, that's
who owns it? Pat's. I forget. They're great people.
Yeah.
Staffy owns the one down 40 further. It's great people, and one in Bel Air. Yeah. Love them. Anyway, everybody, thank you. You got one more thing, Thezz?
Just go to my Facebook page, and also on mine. It's public. I have a page. Cousin just passed away, so if, you can go to that. And if you want to donate to GoFundMe and help out my aunt and uncle, you can go ahead and do that. That's about it. You don't have to add me as a friend if I don't know you.
Yeah, I'm out of friends, by the way, I think. On my Facebook page.
Yeah,
I'm at the limit. Yeah.
We have 2 of them.
Yeah, but I can't get in.
The other one you can't get in?
I'm so pissed. I am so pissed about that. You have no idea. I got to figure out how to do that. By the way, I'm so happy we figured out how to do this.
Yeah, we're literally everywhere.
We're live
now,
everywhere now.
Yeah.
So it's going to get better. And my friend Stan said he was watching this on YouTube, and it looked great. So Thezz Grimes, always a pleasure. You'll be back, my friend, without a doubt.
Appreciate it.
Matt Davis, you are the man. DC 101 tomorrow. Have a great time, and I will see everybody back on Monday. Don't forget Natalie's Seafood Kitchen, our first live podcast will be there 5 p.m. right
Wednesday.
in Falston. We'll talk about it Monday and Tuesday. And I'll see everybody soon. Adios, folks. Adios.